Hello, I'm Nicole Northgarden, and in today's video, I have for you a thrift haul. Here we go. Hello, you all. I hope you're doing well. I am here in the Twin Cities area of Minnesota, if you're not familiar, and it is a gray and dreary morning, but it's not raining, and it's a big day for us. We are going to help move Gabriel. That's my son. He is 23. And we're gonna go help his girlfriend move from where she's living to the Twin Cities area. So we're super excited that she's gonna be closer. We love her. She's like our daughter-in-law, you know how that is before they actually get engaged, but we adore her and we hope things happen happily for them. The two of them have been together for years now. It's been like 3 years. So that is happening. So I'm filming before we leave. So it is pretty early in the morning. If I look a little sleepy, that is why. But I have a lot of haul. I'm sorry I was missing for a little bit. It's been wildly busy at work. I almost said it's been wild. It actually has been wild and also wildly busy. A lot of things going on, and I just haven't had time to sit down and show you what I've been getting. I have been still stopping at thrift stores, like quick stops. So I have stuff to show you. I just haven't had time to show you. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. But first, really quickly, I have two things really quick. I'm going to insert some footage. Many of you ask to see the craft room, and it's often in a state of disarray. But I did a big reorg on it, which you'll sort of see. I got a new piece of furniture. I bought it new from Wayfair. Crazy as that sounds, it's not thrifted, but I was like, I just need something that's gonna fit very specifically in this spot. So super happy with what I found. And then I did a big kind of clean out and organization of the closet as well, which I will also show you. I'm not gonna show you most of what's on this side because that's my work stuff, and there's things that show where I work, and I don't want to show the world where I work. So that I won't show, but you can see everything else, like my collectibles and stuff up here, and I have collectibles over there. So let's go ahead and look at that footage. Here is the craft room. I know a lot of you have asked, and it's finally cleaned up because I did a big reorg. Probably mentioned that already. So this is our guest room bed. I just keep it layered with quilts that I find at yard sales and things. This one was sent to me by one of you. Love it. This one I found at the bins. This one I found recently this summer at a yard sale. I don't think it ever made it into a haul, but someone's aunt made it when she was like 95, and the lady who had it never used it. So now I just keep it. I mean, it's not old. It's probably from like the 80s or something. And then at that same yard sale, I got this pillow, which the same aunt made. It says, "The Princess of Quite a Lot." That is me. I just think it's funny. So that is not going to stay like that. I have to decide which thing I want up there. Probably going to get rid of the hobnail and the owl, I think. I haven't decided yet. And then here's what started it all. So I really wanted a hutch to display my Raggedy Anns and my Holly Hobbit because I just didn't have anywhere to put them. And then it's also got my vintage kids books. And then this used to be a bookshelf here, like just a narrow bookshelf, and it just was not serving me very well at all. I don't know that I'm keeping that high chair, but it's so cute. I'm having trouble getting rid of it. So whatever, it's there right now. I just think it's so cute. So here's my Holly Hobby collection in all its glory. And like, it's kind of at a limit. I don't want it to get so cluttered that you can't see the things. So I do also have a little sewing machine, but I don't have a spot to display that yet. I got to think about it. And then here's Raggedy Ann. Yeah, so all my special things. And then these, oh my gosh. So I knocked into it and I knocked that down, but these are these tin litho doll houses from like this one's probably from the 60s. And I actually have an older one. Oh, but this is really cool. That's, if you've watched me a while, you saw me, I got that, I think at a vintage shop, and I just filled it with a bunch of trims that I use for my projects. But I'll show you my other shelf with another dollhouse on it. Hold on. So there's my other dollhouse. So cute. This is where the books used to be. This shelf is not quite done yet. I think I'm gonna get rid of that lamb in favor of maybe some more vintage kid cups that I really like. But I haven't decided yet. And there's my tomatoes. I got another jar. I'm being hopeful. Aren't they so cute? And I'm cross-stitching some tomato pincushion patterns. And then I can't show you my work desk because there's identifying information there, but I can show you that wall. That is above my work desk. So you can see my Raggedy Ann and Andy there. And then I have this little shelf of treasures. And then we get into what you see. Oh, I got to change my calendar. So this is what you see when I film. I sit right here. So there you go. There's the craft room per your requests. And then I forgot to show you this piece. So this is my craft closet. Now this is behind me. So if that helps you orient a little. You see that when I film, but it was a disaster. So now it's all organized, and it's only what I use for cross stitching, like and cross stitch finishing, some general crafting. My kids my adult children come over here and paint a lot. So I keep painting supplies and little canvases for them. And then this is all just cross stitch. These fabric tubes are difficult to deal with. If anyone has any good ideas on how to store them better, you just let me know. And then this is like the other stuff I held on to is all my junk journaling stuff, because I used to have it out, but now I don't have space because I have a work desk. So that's all my junk journaling stuff. So yeah. And then the drawers down there, they are down here. They are all organized, but this is haul stuff that I need to haul for you. So anyway. Okay, now back to the video. Okay, so that's the craft room. I hope you enjoyed seeing behind the curtain. So this is, you know, if that helps orient. I did change the calendar. I know when I filmed, it was still on October, and I was like, oh, I gotta do that. So after I filmed that, I sat down. Before I sat down, I changed the calendar. So that is the craft room. I'm super happy with the reorg that I did. Yeah, and I got rid of so much stuff. Like craft stuff, because I used to have a DIY channel during the pandemic, or even after the pandemic, but before we were like really back at work and back doing, you know, a lot of things, before all the activities picked up. You know, the world got off to like a slow start after the pandemic. And so I had a lot of time at home, and I just don't have that anymore. And I was like, I don't want to hold on to stuff that, you know, I'm not ever going to use, especially stuff I can replace. I did hold on. I didn't mention in the video, but you might have seen 2 cloth bins, and I did hold on to those, and those are full of like vintage bits and bobs. So what I like to call them, things that are not easily replaced. I did also hold on to like 2, you know, those sorting containers. A lot of people use them for embroidery, floss, or beads. I held on to 2 of those that are also filled with like miniatures, because I do like to do assemblages with like, you take a tin, like a spice tin, and then you put some holiday festive stuff on it. Those are always fun. So I held on to the things to make those, because that's stuff that's hard to collect, hard to find, and it takes time. So anyway, let's go ahead. Oh, one more thing. Sorry, I know if you're here for a haul, we're getting to it. You can always fast forward. But I did want to show you, for all that are interested, I finished my Halloween house. Full disclosure, I finished it on November 1st. So last Saturday, I was close on Halloween, but there was just, you know, whatever. But here's my Halloween house, my cross stitch Halloween house. I'm super happy with it. I love the buttons. I did not use the buttons that they called for, because those are like, it's an old pattern, and to get those buttons still, it's very expensive. Although this is the same one, and it wasn't very expensive. It's just they're hard to find, and And I was like, I bought a pack of buttons from a craft site that did just as well, you know, so it's not exact. It's not an exact match to the pattern, but I'm super pleased with it. That cauldron is getting crooked, and I might have to restitch that or stitch another stitch into it so that it doesn't go crooked. But anyway, I have a frame for it. So when I have time to sit down and craft, I have to frame this one and also my France pattern, which I think I showed you in a video. I did that in honor, not for Molly, because, you know, I don't want to burden people with things that I stitch because they're like, oh, what am I going to do with this? But I did it in honor of Molly's trip to France so that we can always kind of remember it. So that was that. Super happy that you enjoy looking. Some of you, not all, and that's okay. Not all of you enjoy, but some of you enjoy seeing my cross stitching because I'm not doing my cross stitch channel. I just don't have time right now. But yeah, super happy to show you the things anyway. Okay, so let's get into what you came here for, which is the haul. I'll start with a cross stitch thing. Found this. It's super cute. I can't show you the pattern, but those are what the patterns look like. And I'm definitely going to stitch. I might do both of them, but I love this one where he's like whistling with the bird. Oh my goodness, it's so cute. So yeah, I love that. And then I've been starting to try to find things for, I like to get some little like side presents for my family. You know, it's not their main gift, but fun things that I find that I can thrift for them. So I got this for Molly. I'm just going to talk quietly because she's in the room next door and it's quiet. So it's the Eiffel Tower, and it's a mini watercolor. Like, it's not just a print. And I thought it was gorgeous. I think she's going to really like that. And here is the print of the artists on the back, like the seal. It was only $2. And it has a hanging thing. So I thought that was really cute. I'm sure it was not $2 when the person bought it. Like, it was probably a souvenir or something. So yeah, so that will go to Molly for Christmas. And then another gift that I got was this. This was from Savers. Gabe is very into golf, which is so funny because none of the family, not my husband, not my other kids, no one plays golf, but Gabriel plays golf. But he's an accountant. He's in that like businessy world, so it makes sense that he plays golf. But I thought this was so funny. It's a practice putting hole, but then it's also a coffee mug. I mean, it's just like a, you know, like a novelty gift, but, and I wouldn't have, I'm sure it was way more than $2.99, but it was $2.99. It's something fun he can put on his desk. I just thought it was funny. So that will be for Gabriel for Christmas. That was from a Savers that I went to. This is my mug. Remember I thrifted this? I love it. Really pretty. It's Heinen Delft's Blah. Creating New Traditions. I showed it in a thrift haul recently, but I really like it. Okay. Then I got this gorgeous plate. It's not quite transferware, but it looks like transferware. And it feels painted, like it feels, or someone dabbed on the glaze. I'm not exactly sure, but it's gorgeous. And I don't have any purple in my collection. So I thought I would grab that to go into my transferware collection, even though it's not a perfect match. It's just gorgeous. And it was $1. So, and honestly, my transferware collection is, I have some pieces displayed in a hutch, which I may or may not have shown in a video at one time. But then I have just like a basket with a stack of dishes in it. And that's sort of how I display them. I just like them. And they're fun to find. And they're not so easy to find that like my collection, you know, expands quickly. But I do really enjoy them. Yeah. Okay. And then for the shop, a few things for the shop, and then there's more for me. I got this for the shop. When I say the shop, I have a booth in a town called Hopkins in a shop called the Pink Elephant Vintage. Yeah. And so I have a booth there, and I got this, for $1.49. this is the price tag. I just thought I thought it was cool. And it's a funky color. It's not vintage, but you know, it kind of matches that vibe. So I thought this will probably sell in my booth. I actually just sold something that's yellow glass, kind of a similar feel. So yeah. So I was like, oh, that thing just sold. That will probably sell as well. So that was $1.49. And then also for the shop, although I might keep this one because it's funny. This was a Savers find. It says Chicks Rule. I just think that's so funny. David and Goliath. Oh, it is vintage. It's from 2000. Wow. 2003. That's kind of fun. I might keep that. The fun thing is I can keep things, and then if I'm like, meh, then I get rid of stuff, which is what I did in the craft room. Like, I was like, oh, I'm tired of this. This doesn't bring me joy anymore. And so I just, you know, you purge it and you make room for new things. Okay. And then I found a vintage Christmas thing. I'm going to show it to you exactly as I found it, but it will not be staying in its full form when I display it. But here's what I found. Isn't he cute? These are coming out. I don't like the florals. I will probably put a bottle brush tree in him. I think that will be adorable. But he's super cute, and it says Rich, Diane, and Lisa. I don't know. Rich, Diane, and Lisa. I bet they went and painted stuff at a ceramic shop in the 70s would be my guess. Yeah, I think he's really cute. Oh my gosh. Let's see what he looks like. Oh yeah, that looks better. Looks better already. And I think he was $2, although his price tag has gone missing. He was super cute. Okay, are you ready for it? I was in a thrift store and I saw a sewing basket and I was like, I bet you a tomato came in that basket. And lo and behold, look. Isn't it so cute? It's a good one. I should cut this off so we can like fully appreciate its cuteness. I gotta check the time. Oh dear, I have to wrap this up. I have to go drive to faraway places to pick up Gabe's girlfriend. It's gonna be fun. Chris and I will go. Chris will drive the truck back, and then some of our kids from here are gonna meet at her apartment. Yeah, it'll be super fun. But anyway, here's my cutie tomato. Ah, it's so adorable. Okay, it's got a needle in it. I'm gonna take that needle out. Don't need a needle, but they did also include the strawberry, which is the needle sharpener. If you're not aware, I'm gonna leave it as found. So cute. I don't clean them up or anything. I like them exactly as they are. I love this thing. It was $1. So that will go into maybe my new jar. I think I'll put it into my new jar. Spread the wealth a little, so it doesn't look like I have an empty jar, you know. Anyway, okay. And then I did pick this up for the shop. I don't have my glasses, so I can't read what it is. It's super tiny, but it's just this little, I sell a lot of minis. I have them in a locked case because otherwise they walk away. But I thought he would be cute. He says be mine. I'm pretty sure he's Hallmark. And he was 50 cents. Then also for the shop, I got this. It's Odagiri. I don't remember how to say it. Maybe one of you can put it in the comments. You can spell it out phonetically for me. But I'd like to teach the world to sing. It does work. And it's just this cutie little mama bird and her baby birds. And Odagiri or however you say that word sells pretty well for me. I sometimes keep the things, but very limited. Sometimes they have cute mugs. Sometimes they have cute 70s looking pottery things, like a flower pot I think I have, and yeah. But I'm not too into like wind up musical collectibles, but people are, believe it or not. These things sell for me, and it's in very good shape, and it doesn't have any chips. It was $2.49. And then for me, I got a bag. These are so cute. So funny story. I had seen this the day I was out thrifting. I had seen this in a vintage shop for like $10 or $12. And I was like, oh, it's such a cute jar. But no, like I want it for my dresser. But no, I'm not paying $10 or $12. It's an Avon jar. And then I was at Savers and I found this one. Oof, need to clean that out. It was moisturizer. Rich Moisture Cream from Avon. Came in this pretty jar. Yeah, so I was super happy to find it to put on my dresser. And it was in this bag, which was $4 for 2 items. So basically I paid $2, which works for me. And then I also got this, which is just IKEA. But it's so cute. Actually, this was probably $1 when they originally got it. So, but it's adorable and it's good for, you know, like March for St. Patrick's Day display. I do like one little display. I have some mini figurines that are like leprechauns or something. And that will go cute with them. So, okay. And then I have 2 bigger items. Oh, I actually have some more stuff. Okay. I have another item for my Christmas. This was $3.99 and it's like George Briard, which is a designer, I don't know. And this is, I guess, a breadboard. So it's kind of scratched up, but that's not the side I'm interested in. I just like the Santas. They kind of look like gnome Santas, tomtas, if you're familiar with like Swedish culture. Formed into a tree. I thought it was really cute. So I'm just going to hang this in my kitchen at Christmas time. I love it. And then I also got this. This is to sell. I don't know if it was like originally IKEA or something, but it's like a tabletop wine bottle holder and wine rack. And it like, you know, it has that like clean line mid-century look to it. It's not mid-century. I don't know when it's from, but it was $3.99. This will sell quickly for me at the shop. Yeah, a lot of people come in looking for things like this. I've also had ones that were like collapsible. Those sell really fast as well. I got myself a bunch of fabric. These are 10 by 10 squares. These are fat quarters. And fabric is expensive. And so these are really good for finishing the backs of my cross stitch patterns. Or I could do a quilt if I wanted to, a mini quilt. That's something I've thought of because I have a machine. I don't have a quilting machine, but I could easily construct the quilt top and then do knots to quilt it together. So the quilting is actually how you attach the pieces of the sandwich. So a quilt, here's a mini lesson in quilting. So you have your quilt top, you have your batting, and then you have your backing. And what the quilting is the stitches that basically tie those 3 layers together. They attach the sandwich together. And so you need a special machine to do it on a machine. You could do it by hand, which that quilt I showed you in the video, the green and pink one, is quilted by hand. That takes forever. No, I do not want to do that. But you can also do knots, which also one of the quilts on the bed has knots. And that, so you do like a knot every those are like every 5 inches. And that is another way to attach those layers of the sandwich together. So potentially I could piece together a quilt, a Christmas quilt top, which would be really fun. Not before this Christmas, but you know, maybe for next Christmas. And then knot the pieces together. I think that would be really fun. So something I'm thinking about. But anyway, either way, I got the fabric because I wanted it like little pieces to go behind my cross stitch projects. And then the other thing I want to show you, I got this. This is to go in my collection of crocks. This is Roseville pottery. And I only collect the Roseville that has like a blue horizontal line. Sometimes it's 2 lines, sometimes it's 3 lines. Sometimes you'll find them with a candle in them, but I really like them and they make a nice display. And that was, I'm not sure how much this was. Maybe $3. Wasn't a lot. So yeah. So there you go. That is my haul for today. I hope you enjoyed seeing what I found. I hope you enjoyed the little mini tour of the craft room. And I really hope you liked seeing my Halloween cross stitch, my Halloween house. I'm super proud of it. That and this project here, hard to point, there we go, are the biggest projects I've ever done. Like, I don't often stick with a project to finish it. So that's why I stitch a lot of little projects, but I'm really happy that I made that happen. So anyway, all right. Well, I hope that you have a great week. You'll either see this Saturday or Sunday. I'm not sure. It depends on when I can get it edited. I might try to edit along the way as we drive to our destination. But have a great week, and hopefully I will have another video for you next week. I am really trying to do one once a week. It's just some weeks are tough. So we do what we can. But I'm thinking of you, and yeah, I hope your November's off to a good start. I'm putting up a vintage tree this weekend. That's my plan. Maybe I'll put that in my next video. And I will see you. Take care, you all. Bye.